Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Cell phone charger back there if you need one.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm good.
Getting out and enjoying the nice weather while we still
Yeah,
have it.
it's really nice.
Such a nice day today.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it's October and it's like.
Right?
Yeah, it's sunny and everything. I mean, I thought Chicago was gonna be by this point, you know.
So cold.
Yeah.
I remember it snowed last year
really?
by Halloween.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Are you from here?
No. This is my first time in Chicago. Actually.
Oh, okay. Where you come from?
A lot of different places, but Cleveland is.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, not too far, sure.
Yeah. So it's very different there, though.
Oh yeah,
So,
I bet.
Yeah, I thought everyone was like, "Oh, Chicago, your eyelashes are gonna freeze," everything. Now I'm like, oh, it's actually fine.
Yeah, it turns out my eyelashes are fine.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah.
It's hot. Yeah, that right. Because like you're gonna get shot, your eyelashes are gonna freeze.
Exactly.
But the pizza's good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the summary of what everyone said. Actually, pretty much. Yeah.
That's it. That's
you nailed
funny.
it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, I always tell people there's two Chicagos. There's the Chicago you see on the news, and then there's the Chicago of the people that are actually here living. You know, and that's really the big difference. Here, downtown Chicago, it's great. It's chill. There's a lot of like cool stuff to do, and it's safe. If you go south side, that's where like it's a little
that's a little like that's where I'm going at the moment. So that's the.
Oh, you're on your way. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're on your way to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm at U Chicago, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's. I mean, it's. I think a lot of people warned me about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
said like you got to be careful. There were a lot of robberies last year, I think, that the university didn't talk about or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, they said there were a lot of muggings and stuff like that. And
Yikes.
so I don't know. I just got here, but it's still from what I've heard, it does still happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you still have to be really careful, actually. Yeah.
Sure, and just kind of stick to certain areas at certain times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Are you on campus or are you staying off campus somewhere?
I'm kind of off campus, kind of on campus. It's like a weird combo. So.
Sure. Okay.
So but I think Hyde Park's like a nice place.
It is. Yeah, they're fixing it up. It's definitely is getting fixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard a lot about the south side and how you have to be really careful.
Exactly.
But even when you go to the southern part of campus, you have to be more careful than you usually would be on main campus.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet, because I mean, it's unfortunate. Hyde Park is right there where Southside starts, and so it was very much this was a questionable neighborhood, questionable area, and they're working on getting it there. It's getting there. It's just getting
taking a bit.
Yeah, that's the process. You know, it's like is it better versus is it getting better? It's getting better, but people want it to be better. You know.
Yeah. There's a distance between the two.
Exactly.
Are you from Chicago? So?
I actually grew up in California.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I've been out here for like 6 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you like it?
No, I'm always cold. Yeah. I'm out here because my kid's mom, she moved here with my daughter after her and I broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was like, all right, I'll be here until my kid's older. And so I've got 7 more years.
Yeah, and then
I can be
back
warm.
to California.
Yeah, so the day she turns 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, the day she turns 18. But well, until then, it's great. I tell her, I go, listen, if they were to take Chicago and put it in Los Angeles, I'd never want to leave. It's a great city. The people are great. There's a ton to do. It's just a super great vibe. I really like it a lot. But it's cold. It just gets really cold.
It's too cold, yeah.
Yeah, and that's my issue. It's just too cold.
Yeah, I think I'll see this winter, but people genuinely say it's even when you're on campus, they're like it's insane. You're just in a coat all the time.
Yeah.
Like when you get back from class, when you go to class, it's just madness.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I mean I want to see what it's like, but I think after 2 days, I'm gonna also probably want to leave or transfer schools or something like that. I don't know.
Sure. What are you studying?
We'll see. I don't know yet. Yeah, you don't declare in the first year. You declare in end of your second year. So.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
It's a bit different. I don't know, maybe history or something like that.
Oh, history. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But a lot of people do econ and all that stuff.
I'm
not really interested in that. So. Yeah, that's me personally though. But it's very interesting. There's a lot of cool people around, and I mean, it's like any university, really. It's a lot of people. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely. Yeah, and you're kind of figuring out what you want to do and all of that. So that's just it's the process.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's good that they don't make you declare that soon. So
Yeah.
that's good.
That's the pro of being there. It's.
Is that just something they do at that college, or is that?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I think it depends on the school. There's a couple of schools that are very like open. You can take your time, and then there are a couple of schools I don't know what Northwestern is like.
Uh-huh.
I know we're passing by one of them. Like,
Yeah, on the campuses. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all the way up north, right?
That's right. Yeah, they're in another town up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually starting to. I saw a lot of people. I was in that town earlier this morning, and there's a ton of people with shirts on, like they were doing events and stuff like that. So
really?
I think they're just getting started.
Yeah, I don't know when their term starts, but it's probably it's intense.
Yeah.
Intense stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, but everything's just pretty solid. So
Yeah.
you know,
It's good. You came here from where again? Cleveland.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You're gonna. It's fun. Like you said, you might have an issue with the temperature, but Cleveland gets pretty cold too, right? Don't they?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not the same level as Chicago though.
It is its own level. Don't get me wrong. It is its own type of cold out here, but it's one of those things. If you learn how to layer up, it's fine. And you're in the third biggest city in the United States. So there's a ton. If you really jump into it, there can be a ton out here for you. If you spend your whole time on campus and don't ever leave it, you're gonna miss out. You know.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Yeah, but if you jump into the city, it's fine. You know, and it's obviously safety is a concern. Sure, it's always played out or talked about being worse than it is. I'll say that.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, like I said,
by people in Chicago or outside of Chicago?
Both, I would say. Yeah, actually, mostly people outside of Chicago are the ones that are going to tell you it's so bad, right? Versus the people who are living in Chicago are like, that's how it is. I could say I drive Uber, I drive all over the place, I meet a lot of people. I've never once had an interaction that I felt I was unsafe or in any way questionable.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. So, it just depends on what you're doing, where you're at, and how you present yourself. It's I think a lot of the issue there. So I think it's safe as it is, unsafe as it is, it's still safe. It's still, if you just look at the odds of how many people go out there versus how many people actually get mugged, it's like, well, when 50,000 people walk around, one person gets mugged.
Yeah,
your odds are pretty good.
Yeah. So what are the dangerous, South Side's dangerous? Are there any other neighborhoods that people tend to avoid or don't really
Yes, Austin. I would say Austin, which is west side over there. Same thing. So they have Logan Square, Logan Park, all of that. You're good. But once you get to the west side of that area, that's where it starts getting okay, maybe not so great area.
Yeah, not the best.
Yeah, but other than that, and again, that's the other thing too, is if you're out during the day, you really don't have much to be worried about.
Is it just the night or early morning?
Yeah, it's really nighttime. And that's the thing I always tell people, the crowd that might be a little, I always say drug dealers, right?
Yeah.
People that are going to be in gangs and being a little violent, looking to get criminal activity.
Yeah.
They don't wake up until 12 or 2 in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
probably out all night.
Yeah, exactly. So it's they're not doing the 9 to 5. So if you're a 9 to 5 person, you're fine. They're going to be awake. Sure, they wake up at noon, but they're not out and about ready to seize the day at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
they got to have breakfast. They got to shower. You got time. So if you're a 9 to 5 person, you're really not that much overlay. It just depends on what time your classes are at and all of that.
Yeah. Is the west side of Chicago considered worse than the south side of Chicago? Or
South side is worse, I think. I
Interesting.
think South Side is, just because there's more to South Side also than West Chicago. West Chicago is just a smaller chunk of it. Whereas, South Side is just a really big, it's just a whole chunk. It's not even Chicago also. It'll go to like other towns.
Oh, that's true.
It's basically Chicago until Indiana. And everything in between here and there is like, it can get pretty rough.
Oh, yeah. When we drove from Cleveland and then we went through like the top part of Indiana, I don't know where we were, but it was rough. Like, you could, like, no one was on the street.
Yes.
Type of like, and it was weird because Cleveland's also pretty rough. Like Cleveland, like if you go East Cleveland, you're like you should not be there. Like it's like it's a case where again there's no one on the streets.
Sure.
Type of thing.
Yeah, boarded up windows, tagging everywhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
tagging
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
like abandoned buildings,
Oh, yeah.
like the old bricks, like all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But Indiana, we went to some part of Indiana, and I was like, whoa, like I didn't know. It was I've seen like Cleveland, but this was almost. I didn't think it could be worse, but it was worse actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
really surprised because I was like, it's so rural, but like
Mhm.
it's still, I don't know, it was so abandoned. It was weird. Like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a spot, and it would be if you came up through Indiana and you came through here. There is a spot. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's not Muncie. It's not Munster, but it's out over there, and it's actually the same thing. It's worse than like Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super criminal. Just a lot. It's a very rough area. So. Yeah, it just
it was like we weren't in America for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Like
yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just the problem. That's just the case. But like
Yeah.
people don't realize like there's so many different parts of the U.S. that like I don't know. It was weird because you're going from like as I said, Cleveland's pretty rough, but it's like I don't know. I haven't been to the roughest rough. Like I've driven through some rough parts, but what like that was when I was like there was no like. It was just rough for like 3 miles. It was just, you know what I mean? It was just like, it didn't end. So it was very interesting, I think. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really explored Southside. I know a couple of people have, but there have already been apparently like just some close instances in Southside. So I think people are just very careful.
Yeah, and honestly, another thing too is once it gets cold, it gets a lot less grimy. Like the murder rate goes down, the drugs, all robberies, all that stuff. The numbers go down once it gets cold.
Oh yeah, because people can't even go outside.
Yeah, right. So they're just like they're just not going to go out to do crime. So the numbers go down. So it becomes safe. So that's where it's nice that it snows for like half the year in Chicago. So you don't have that to worry about. So that's good.
Yeah, that's really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
What are the best spots to go to in Chicago? Do you recommend any?
Well, I might be a little biased, but I live on the north part of Chicago. So this is Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive ends north of the city, north of downtown right there. And it's like 20 minutes, right? If you're on Lakeshore, it's like 20 minutes, but it's like a 5-mile drive, right? So it's not far, but I love Edgewater. A lot of reasons. Edgewater, Andersonville, they're the safest neighborhoods in Chicago. Really quiet, chill neighborhoods. Like if you're not on a main street, you can't hear the noise, and you don't even know you're in a city. Yeah, you don't even know you're in a city. And then like what the thing I love about it in Edgewater, I tell my daughter, I go, look, like if you come out on a summer day, you see every type of couple walking down the street holding hands, and I'm talking every type of like straight, gay, interracial, intergender, every type of couple is just walking, and that's somebody explained when I moved to Andersonville, they said Andersonville is where people go to have a family in Chicago. It's very LGBTQ friendly, which I'm like, that's great. That's the vibe I want. I'm coming from California, so like that's what I want.
Oh, it's like a similar kind of like
Exactly. It's just open, it's super liberal, super calm. Everybody's very friendly, very accepting, very welcoming, and that's kind of what I really like about it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, on top of that, you can get to like Old Town Chicago is really great. That's like north of the river walk, actually kind of close to where I picked you up at if you just go a little north. It's like Lincoln Park area right there, Lincoln Square. That's great. The Lincoln Park Zoo is a free zoo.
Oh,
you can just go in and walk around. Lincoln Park, tons of cool little restaurants there. Logan Square, also really great area, very trendy, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good bars, a lot of great restaurants. They have a huge park there, also same thing, Logan Park. A lot of great places to hang out there. And then, let me see here. Yeah, and then if you like comedy, I'm a comedian, so I care about that. There's a lot there's a lot of great comedy. There's Second City, Laugh Factory, all of those are like right there in Old Town Chicago, right not far from where I picked you up at. And then if you want to, get out and go to the burbs, they can have some cool stuff too. There's a Laugh Factory out there in the burbs, and a Zany's also comedy club. So and then cool shopping, stuff like that. There's also If you hop on the train, you can take the blue line out to the end, which will take you to O'Hare, but the stop before O'Hare
O'Hare's the airport, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so O'Hare's the airport, so the stop before the airport is the Chicago Outlet Mall, which is like a 4-story mall.
Oh, it's one of those like massive
outlets. So it's a ton of stuff to do. And if it's just a good venture, if you go get some clothes, it's a great time to just go out there. And then you can, again, take the train to it. So you can hop on the red line, and then from the red line go to the blue, and it's a couple of minutes.
Well, that's really, really nice.
Yeah.
How's the comedy scene in Chicago? Is it good?
Oh, it's great. Chicago's a comedy city. New York and Chicago, I think, are the best cities for comedy. Yeah, and then LA obviously is another great place, and has like great comedy clubs. But I think Chicago and New York are really big for it too.
Very good. They also have good like jazz clubs here, right?
Oh, tons. Yeah, tons. I live on North Side. There's the Green Mill, which is a really
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and it's right across the street from my favorite restaurant, which is Demero, which is Ethiopian food.
Oh, yeah.
If you like Ethiopian, it's real good. It's good spicy food. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the famous pizza place again?
So there's a few of them. It depends on who you're asking. There's Lou Malnati's for a deep dish pizza. Pizzeria Uno, Pequod's, and then there's the Oven Grinder Cafe also. He's in Logan Square. So there's quite a few. It really depends on what type of pizza you're going for. There's also Aurelio's. Actually, you're not far from downtown here.
Yeah.
There's an Aurelio's pizza, which I love, which is the South Side. So like most people, if they talk pizza, they Chicago pizza, it's the deep dish pizza, right?
Yeah.
But the deep dish pizza is like, even people from Chicago, you have a deep dish once a year. That's it. It's too much pizza.
Yeah, it's like a lot of like just tomato and cheese.
A lot of tomato, a lot of cheese. It's a lot of food. But there's the thin crust tavern cut, which is like these little squares, and that's the Chicago pizza. You got Palermo's, you got Aurelio's, and those have really good thin crust.
Oh yeah,
pizzas like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Gino's East is another one that's not far from where I picked you up at too. And those are the deep dish pizzas. But the thing is, so the deep dish pizza was invented at Pizzeria Uno by the chef, and the chef's name was Lou Malnati. Lou Malnati left Pizzeria Uno and opened up Lou Malnati's Pizza. So if you want a good deep dish, that's the place to go get the deep dish.
So then actually the good place to go is the other place, right?
The Lou Malnati.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the spot. Pizzeria Uno was the first one, but Lou
doesn't mean it's the best one.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Lou Malnati's got the better deep dish. But then there's also out here, they do what's called Detroit style, which you'll get at Pequod's, and you'll also get at a place called Fat Chris's Pizza and such. And that is Detroit style, where they do bread, cheese, then sauce, and it's in a pan, a dish, and they bake it to where it gets these crispy cheese crusts around the outside. It's so good.
I've never heard of Detroit.
So good. Detroit style pizza.
Detroit style pizza.
Yeah, oddly enough, and I've only had it here in Chicago, so I don't know if it's better in Detroit, but it's real good out here.
Yeah, it's interesting. The style of pizzas, like, I've actually never even had a New York slice. I've been to New York before, but I haven't had a New York slice, and I feel like I need to go on like a pizza tour or something.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm really missing out, but I'll start with Chicago because
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good place to start. Sure.
I actually went to New York with a friend of mine, and he's like, "We're going to get this pizza at this pizza place." And I was like, "Okay, fine." And we went there, and the place is called Lou Collie's. It's in Brooklyn, and it's like you have to go there at like 3 when they open to get a table at 6 or 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I remember we went there, and like we didn't know you had to do that, so we show up, and like the line's gone. There's like 2 people waiting outside.
Oh, no way.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not." I was like, "We're not seating people." They're like, "We're not seating people. We're done." They're like, "But you can get it to go if you want to order it and come back and pick it up later." And I was like, "Do we want to?" And the people sitting there were like, "Just get the pizza.
Yeah,
what are you doing thinking about it?" I was
like,
aggressively,
just like get the pizza.
Just get the pizza. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, then we're getting the pizza." And it was very, very, very good. Very authentic Neapolitan style pizza. And then I did get the standard New York floppy, cheesy, greasy slice, which is also really good.
Or whatever. Probably more than $1.
Nowadays,
yeah,
definitely.
More than $1. Usually meant to be the $1 slice, whatever they call it.
Exactly. Yeah, but there's a lot. We were in, I think, Chelsea in Manhattan, so there was a lot of cool little spots.
What's it called, like Chelsea Market?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yeah?
Yeah, the Chelsea neighborhood. But it was cool. We were right on the island of Manhattan, which you can walk around the whole island in like a day. It's really not bad.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot to do, which was cool. But yeah, so yeah, Chicago, there's a lot to view out here, a lot to do also. And then it's also only a 14-hour road trip if you want to drive to New York.
Yeah, only 14 hours.
Only 14.
Yeah.
Which is funny. We did it, like I said, so it's not impossible.
It's not bad, yeah. It's
yeah.
Not that bad. I mean, I did 6 hours and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like 6 hours was fine from Cleveland, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. See,
yeah.
So
I drove from Cleveland.
Nice. Yeah. See, I actually was thinking about doing a drive to Cleveland too. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really much to see. It's just a bunch of cornfields. Like literally, that's it.
Oh, I believe it.
It's just cornfields. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, you don't see anything living. I saw one herd of cows.
Oh wow.
And that was it.
But there's the Rock and Roll Museum out there.
Oh
right?
yeah. I actually have never been, and I
okay,
but it's really good. It's really good. I just have never
You're
been.
selling it. You're selling it.
Yeah, no, but it is really good. It is really good. And like all the sports are really good in Cleveland.
Oh sure. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Cool.
The Cavs, the Browns. I mean,
Yeah.
the Browns not, but the Cavs hopefully. So.
Okay. So
Yeah.
sports and rock and roll. That works for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I like road trips. I like being in cars. That's why I like doing this. So it's like it gives me a reason to cruise around and go places. So I'll have to swing by.
The U.S. is very drivable as well. Like
especially from here. From here, you can get to Atlanta in 9 hours.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Not bad. You can get to like Miami in like 16. It's really very accessible.
Okay, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
All right. It was great chatting. Yeah,
thanks.
Have a good one.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for the drive.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.